Hello, angels. I think it's been like 10 days or maybe a bit more since the last conversation we had. We are still in the portal season. We are still in between those two eclipses. Eclipse portal. I would like to talk about the energies that we are currently dealing with and what to expect. There is a lot happening. We have started Aries season, so this is the new astrological year. Yesterday was super important day. It's like International Astrology Day. It is the beginning of spring, first day of spring. Ostara, Norway's, who celebrates, and of course, the spring equinox when we have the day hours and the night hours at its equal. Take a moment to subscribe if you haven't yet. Feel free to listen this recording to different speed if needed. Sometimes it helps if you're in rush. 1.22, 1.5, whatever feels better for you. I do try to speak clear and at a normal speed, so see how it works for you. So we are talking about the Aries energy. We have the sun in Aries. We'll have the new moon in Aries on the 29th of March. Today is the 22nd of March. Also, I should probably mention the planet of unknown and depth and subconscious, Pluto, is entering Aries as well. How can we work best with this young fire? What is this all about? I think that Aries is one of these signs that talks about I am. And when we have the new cycle, we are talking about the new version of ourselves, the better version of ourselves, especially if you work with spirits and energies. You will understand what I'm talking about. And I think that those conversations are actually getting more and more attention, which is very good, because it is super important to be present in this physical world, but also understanding that we are spiritual beings as well, and we have to talk about those types of connections as well. So let's start with what we have on the table. I'll probably start with the first card that it's on the top of the spread, which is the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is that energy that talks about where do I focus my mind and what gives me the feeling of unease. It's really important to understand that this is the mind talk. These are the thoughts. These are the stories that we have in our head, that we create in our head. It's very easy to be pulled into different conversations and situations that are happening globally now, which has its good side and also the less positive side, because it's very easy to lose your focus in your center. I always say that we are blessed to live in these times, that we are so connected in many ways, but also we do have to find the balance and understand when the moment is to take the step back and really have that like clarity of mind, understand which energy is yours, which is not, and so on. And the Three of Swords is that like little mosquito energy that can become very draining. Where do I give my power away? Where do I hold on to the outcomes? I read something today and it really resonates with this card and this message. It's the card that is from my numerology tarot deck, and it's number 91. The card is called Surrender, and it really resonates with the energy of Three of Swords as well. It says desparation blocks manifestation. The more you struggle to attract your desire, the more you push it away. So I'll probably title this video that way as well, because that Aries energy, which is very creative, very passionate, very expressive, can go to a bit of an extreme, and it can lead exactly to that, when this energy is becoming blocking. So how can we work with those best? two other or a few other minor arcanas or smaller energies that we have on the table. Once again, the minor arcana or smaller energy is the energy that can shift quicker and that we can work with quicker if there is awareness in need. Major arcana, big energies, we have a few of those on the table today as well, are those energies that are maybe out of our control, and those energies we can surrender to, those energies that are like maybe karmic or outside of our influence and so on and so on. But it's like the more we understand them, the better we can work with them. We have the Two of Pentacles showing up twice. It's beautiful to see how different these two are represented in those two different tarot decks. One is my Celtic Tarot deck here, and the other one is the Morgan Greer, the Tarot of 70s. I love this one. This is my traveling tarot deck. I had it with me now when I was in Serbia. That was a very, very interesting trip, but I'm not going to talk about it because I realized that my views or my it's very hard to get out there when I'm using certain words and so on and so on. Algorithm works in a very weird way. So I do want to keep it positive, light. You can see Lucky there. Lucky showed up at the perfect moment. He's like, this cat is so super sensitive and amazing. I mean, they all are, but Lucky is one of a kind. So talking about two different illustrations of the Two of Pentacles, here we are talking about being able to juggle a few things at the same time, showing up in different places. I think that we are also lucky to live in these times where you can do few jobs at the same time. You can use your creative side, and this is also what the Aries energy is talking about. And I was talking about Pluto and going deeper and really touching all those different personalities of yourself that you have and interests that you have, right? So basically, like if you have different hobbies that you're taking to more serious, you can make them your full-time work job, and really like showing up in different places. And this is beautiful. I mean, if I think about myself and my journey, when I had to stick to same old every day, it was really killing my creativity. It just wasn't working for me. I'm not saying it's the same for everyone, but I do believe that we have so many different ways now to show up and make for living and support yourself and use your talents and so on and so on. The other version of the Two of Pentacles, and you see that infinity symbol on both of these cards, number 8, which talks about the bigger picture. And this is exactly what we can struggle with if we allow this energy to stay in for too long. The Three of Swords, that mind talk that it's blocking. When you allow yourself to just like say like, wait a minute, but what about like 5 years of my life, 10 years of my life? Like if you look, even not only like focusing on yourself, when you focus on like humanity and how much everything changed and how much it's going to change in next couple of decades. If you talk about technology and all this stuff. So if you look at a big picture, we can really understand how and what to take from past experiences, and how you can go forward using all these tools that we now have available. That darker figure at the back, that lady with the long dark hair, represents the shadow side and how we can work with our shadow side. That old lady here represents the wisdom, the knowledge. These are the teachings, the traditions, heritage, all this beautiful stuff, and how you can go forward with that, remembering your roots, remembering where you're coming from, and also being open for new experiences, and how really to make that magic for you. I'll always say that Two of Pentacles has a beautiful theme of magic in a way as well. This is the those two cards are both aces. Number 1, the beginning, the start. Aries is that number 1, is the first house, first chapter, first phase of the zodiac wheel, right? First season of the zodiac wheel. So we have that theme of number 1, the beginning, the start. Here we have the idea, breakthrough, fresh breeze, fresh inspirations. new inspirations. This is the new action, excitement, passion, and drive, and really like allowing time for those to develop, right? Like not rushing too fast, too soon into those energies, but definitely theme of new beginnings, new starts. We have the theme of endings here as well on the table, and I'll get to that in a bit. But it's like very much, it's very important to allow that place, like, you know, to really follow those new ideas, new inspirations. And if you feel overwhelmed, allow yourself that moment to step back from you know, everything that is happening and everything you have to deal with personally and globally and so on. Page of Wands, very similar energy to the Ace of Wands. It comes in more in this is more like, I would say, from the outside, universal energy and support. This is more as a message coming in, news coming in. And also like being very careful of which kind of information you allow to come to you. You know, what do you allow yourself to get stuck to and spend time on thinking, and, you know, action you take and all this stuff, because all of these energies are very, very young. You know, when they're young, they have loads of potential, but it takes time to develop, and to develop in a healthy way, in a good way. Major arcana, well, let's talk about the King of Cups for a second as well. We have that mature emotional maturity, which is super, super important when we talk about all those events, big events that are happening around us. It's like how we use our emotions, and how we make those healthy boundaries and where they're needed. Like that King of Cups energy can really help you deal with the Three of Swords, you know, like really understanding, like, wait a minute, I just don't want to like spend my time thinking about those situations that I can't control, or, you know, understanding that what's not happening, there might be a reason why it's not happening, and, you know, release that holding on to the outcomes. But King of Cups has that wisdom and knowledge, and he knows how to use his emotions, and where to show up, and when to show up, and when to take that step back. It's a very nurturing energy as well, very supportive, very nurturing, and it works beautifully with that fiery energies that we are talking about. We do have the card of Aries on the table, the Emperor. These two are very different. These two are both masculine, wise, experienced. But then with the Emperor, we are talking more about that like fiery vibe. Here we have more of that watery energy. So we have that healthy balance between the mind and emotions and action. The Emperor is, if it's like upright, we are talking about healthy masculine, knowing how to stand up for yourself well, knowing how to show up for others, have that support and so on. But I think that currently we can see a lot of negative influences of the emperors or people in power. But what's happening now as well is the awakening, you know, realization that we are all one, and that how connected we are as well, you know, so how you can be the emperor or your own reality and take charge of your own reality. There is definitely that shift and change. We have the card of Scorpio, the death cards on the table. I believe we had it in our last reading. And another major arcana is the Justice card. The Justice card, the card of Libra, we have the Scorpio energy and the Aries energy. So we have the air, the water, and the fire vibes, how we can work best with all of this. Justice is talking about having things done in a right and just way. There is so much unfairness in the world right now. And I always want to say, and I do believe that the things are going to fall into the right place, and that the people are going to get power back. I know, like, not everyone wants to hear this, but especially those that are in more powerful positions. But I do believe in fairness. I do believe in harmony. I do believe that sooner or later we're going to come to that place that the good in people will win, as cheesy as that sounds. I think we spoke about all the cards on the table. Do take a moment to, we do have like a lunar eclipse as well, talking about the new moon in Aries. Take a moment to focus on what is it you would like to manifest, and how you want to grow next, and how you want to show up next. This is something I always talk about. Do allow this time of eclipses. We have another like week to go through it. Take it easy on yourself and others. Month of April will be bringing in more soothing energies and more smooth energies. We are still like in this like turmoil of everything that is happening. So it's very important to be careful how you work with your energies and how you nurture yourself and so on. I do have a private event tomorrow. I'm back to the Brickland Market on Saturday. Satanic Flea Market is approaching. There are some more exciting events coming in. I am available for private readings as well if any of you is interested. I'm thinking and considering starting doing this in Serbian language as well. Maybe that's my Two of Pentacles card. Because I do want to send those message across wider, or maybe I can find a way to have a translation on those videos as well with the help of AI. That's another conversation. So blessings to all. Happy Aries season. Happy new astrological year. Happy new moon as well. And I'll speak to you very, very soon. Bye for now.